right, Molly is all clean. Today is day 2 of Miata daily driver improvements. If you want to say yesterday's video where we installed a keyless entry system on this car, I'll have a link in the description down below. Today we are fixing the #1 interior flaw on the Miata. That is the center console. The factory center console has a terrible cup holder location, and it has a relatively small storage area. The cup holders are right behind the shifter, so when you're shifting through the gears and there's a cup in there, it doesn't really work. You either knock over the cup or you have to shift like that one bus driver from that meme. So, to fix that, we have this bad boy from IL Motorsports. Thank you, IL Motorsports, for sending this out. This is a redesigned center console. As you can tell, the cup holders are to the right of the shifter, so now you can drive without knocking your cups out. The center console area is huge. I don't know if you can see that. There's also a nice little storage area for your phone, the mirror, the window controls in a different location, and it has a nice leather arm pad. The finish and feel is exactly like the factory plastic center console, so it's not gonna look ugly in there. To go with that, we have a new leather shift boot and a new wrinkle black shift knob. I've changed this shift boot out 5 times at least, and I've never been happy with it. So we're finally going back to the OEM leather, black with black stitching, nice and clean, nice and simple. It's real leather, it smells great, which I guess doesn't really matter if it smells good or not. The one we have now is like a suede one. It's cool, but it's got red stitching that doesn't match anything. Now, in my 2 years of owning this car, I've always used the factory shift knob. The factory shift knob is really good. It's a nice weight, it's a nice feel, it's leather, but it's just kind of an awkward size. See, the ball on the top isn't a big enough diameter for me to comfortably put my hand on the top of the shift knob and shift like that. And it's not tall enough for me to comfortably put my hand on the side and shift like that. So it's just kind of awkward. To replace it, I got this nice little ball one. It's nice and big, so I can put my hand over it. It feels perfect. I can also do it on the side. It also matches the vent rings I have in the car because they're wrinkle black. There's a little comparison. This one is shorter, but is also much beefier, so it fits my hand much better. So let's go ahead and install these things. I also got a new windshield wiper motor because this car's windshield wiper motor is blown and you kind of need windshield wipers. First step, obviously, tear the interior apart yet again. Here is our old center console. Here is our new center console. We have to transfer some parts from the old one onto the new one. Window switches, the wiring for everything, and the shift boot like holding mechanism. And then also the locking mechanism for the lid right here. Boom. Look at that shift boot. All right, everything is good. Window switches are in. Lock is in. Let's put this in the car. Oh yeah, that looks so much better than the old ugly worn center console with the suede and red stitching with the stock knob. This looks awesome, dude. Oh yeah. Leather shift boots are so much better than suede or Alcantara shift boots. Fight me, because it's so true. It's so much easier to clean, looks so much better. Now the cool thing is that this leather shift boot is soon going to match the seats. It already matches obviously the rest of the interior because it's all leather, and the steering wheel because that's leather as well, but the seats will soon also be leather. I mean, soon, it will happen eventually, but pretty much what I want to do is I want to get the seats that I have reupholstered, because these seats, the best fitting seats I've ever purchased for a Miata. I love them so much, but the material they're made out of is junk because they are, well, they're fake. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get them reupholstered so I can have the same seat, the same size, but it's gonna be nice, custom leather, some cool stitching. It's gonna be black on black, black leather, black stitching, nice and clean. It's just gonna look really awesome. It's gonna be so much easier to clean, and it's going to last. With that, we're also gonna get different harnesses because the green won't match anything. But I can't wait, like if you just look right here, how it's all nice and black. I love having like an all black interior. And then you come here, you have these brides, which are, you know, ripping or fading, are really dirty. They're impossible to clean with this bright green. It's just, it doesn't do it for me. Either way, this interior is done. For now, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the windshield wipers. Oh, this is weird. This is actually a different design entirely, I think. Turns out the windshield wiper motor from a 1990 and a 1993 are different. Hell yeah! So it actually turned out that the motors, the windshield wiper motors on all years of NA Miatas are exactly the same. What's different is the mounting plate that mounts the motor onto the firewall. Thankfully, you're able to unbolt the mounting plate from the motor and swap mounting plates. So I just put on the factory mounting plate with the later model motor, pulled it all up, and it works. So I got windshield wipers. Problem is that now the Rally Miata doesn't have any windshield wipers, because I may have stolen the motor out of the Rally Miata and put it on this one. But at least I know what the issue was, and now I can buy a new motor. So this is the new area here. We got our nice new shift knob, our nice new shift boot. And look, like I can actually put my hand up here or right here, and it's like a nice meaty knob instead of a dwimpy little stock thing. Differences with the center console right here are cup holders, obviously. They are the same size as the factory cup holders, which kind of stinks because the factory cup holders are pretty small. You can't fit any large drinks in it, but they're in a better location. You have our windows right here, which are a little bit nicer because instead of having to reach like all the way back here, it's right here. Same thing with the center area, is it's twice as long and it's easier to open because you can open it from right here instead of having to reach all the way back here. All that space, so much freaking space, that's so crazy. I can put my garage door opener like right up front there, it fits perfectly. That's actually awesome. The thing I really like is my phone goes in that little cubby right here perfectly. With the bucket seats, this arm pad is kind of far back and it's kind of pointless, but this right here is still so much more comfortable than the stock position. I always forget how big of a difference a nice shift knob makes. You think that it's just the shift knob, it's just a little knob, but it's your main connection from your hand to the transmission. So if you have a shitty shift knob, it kind of feels like you have a shitty transmission. And this is just so much beefier and nicer. It's awesome. The stock shift knob isn't bad by any means, but this one's good. This is awesome. This is so nice. I've been daily driving a Miata for nearly 3 years. In that time, I got so used to the really weird, terribly designed center console and having to shift really awkwardly with a cup and my cup holder. Being able to shift through all the gears, first, second, third, fourth, without like having a cup right here, it's so weird. It's so awesome. This is easily like the best interior mod you can do. It's so convenient having your cup holders here. And yes, you do kind of bump the cup when you put it into fifth if you're holding it like this. The nice thing about being in fifth is most of the time when you're in fifth gear, you're not really moving in and out of fifth very often. First, second, third, fourth gears, you can shift through all those without even coming close to the cup. And this is a pretty big cup. And now I have this bad boy so I can, oh yeah, that's also really cool. You're so adorable. Want some water? It'd be really funny if I just dump this on him. He likes water though, so. Here you go, buddy. Enjoy. Oh, okay, that's cool too. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a like. If you didn't enjoy it, please make sure to give it a dislike. Yet again, thank you to IL Motorsports for sponsoring this video with that center console. I'm picking up an AC system for the car on Monday, but we're not going to install it right away because it needs a new AC compressor. I want new headlights for the car. I miss the pop-ups, but those are expensive. Right now, I just really want to get the truck finished, and the Miata is now pretty solid. Doesn't really need anything. I really wanted the door locks and that center console. And now that those are in, it's already much better of a daily driver. Speaking of truck, tomorrow is a cool truck video. We got something awesome for it. So I guess I will see you then. Yet again, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Peace out and goodbye. Axel, you're licking the wall of the cup. You're not licking the water. Oh my goodness. Oh, there you go. You got it. You know how to cat.